If you are a producer of video or audio content, really of any kind, you know that the quality of the sound has to be at a premium. And you also know by now that the marketplace is filled with a lot of options for how you can gather that sound. In fact, in these opening seconds, I'm actually recording on 2 different devices because today we are going to review the original DJI mics and compare them to the Neewer CM28. Straight ahead. Hello friends, Bill here, and today we are taking a look at the DJI mics, the original wireless mics from DJI, and comparing them to a brand you might not be quite as familiar with called Neewer's CM28. That Neewer brand is pretty prevalent in lighting and different production accessories, but recently they came out with some wireless microphones, and we're going to see if they're any good today because they're about 1/3 of the cost of the DJI mics. And for those of you who are involved in content production, saving a little money never hurts as long as the quality is good throughout. Now, a couple of quick notes as we enter into our review and comparison part of the video. Number one, throughout this video, roughly every 20 to 30 seconds, we're going to switch back and forth between the audio from these 2 mics. I'm wearing the DJI mic here, the Neewer mic here, and we'll let you get a really good comparison to whether or not there's a quality drop-off between the 2 audio signals. We're not going to sweeten the audio, we're just taking it raw right out of this transmitter. A little later on, we'll go outside, we'll try them out in the wind with the windscreens on, we'll plug some lavalier mics into them. But for the most part, here in the controlled setting of our studio, you should be able to get a good feel for how they sound just kind of on a raw basis. Note number 2, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of reviews of products all across a bunch of different categories, and we'd love to have you along with us for the ride. So please hit that subscribe button below. Number 3, by the time we're done with all of this, if you decide, hey, I kind of like that Neewer microphone and the cost is right in my budget line, if you want to make a purchase of the Neewer CM28, we do have a link in the notes below. We'd love to have you kind of save yourself a couple of bucks, but also help us out along the way. And you'll find those links right down in the comments below. Okay, so let's get into the review. First of all, both products arrive basically in a protective carry pouch. Let me go to the DJI side of things first. Within the pouch, of course, you have the case. You've got an 1/8" cable, you've got wind socks, and basically you've got your USB-C cord because you're going to use that to charge up the case or the individual components. On the Neewer side, very similar. We've got the pouch. Inside, we've got that 1/8" cable. We've got a charging cable. And of course, we have the wind socks. The trade name for these, by the way, the dead mouse. If it was bigger, it'd be the dead cat. But I digress. Both of these cases are really packed with a lot of technology. I'm really impressed with them. I was ever since I first got the DJI mics. First of all, on the back side of both cases, they have a USB-C charging port because all of the components within the case will charge through that single port. At the same time, the case itself carries some power, so you don't need to recharge it every time you use the mics. In fact, I probably recharge this once every couple of weeks. It's really got a very good, powerful punch to it as far as energy storage goes. In both cases, when you pop open the lid, the devices spring to life. Here's the other transmitter from DJI, the one that I'm not wearing. Here's the receiver. Same thing is true over here on the Neewer side, the other transmitter, and here's a receiver. Let me take these components out, and I'll show you a little bit closer here in a moment what indicators you're seeing on the screen there. You need to know that inside of each case, as I said, this is where everything is charged. And at the same time, if you want to use these components not plugged into your camera, but instead into your phone, there are adapters. Here's your Lightning adapter for each. Here's your USB-C for your Android phones for each. Meanwhile, on the transmitters, you have the ability to monitor both channels of audio. You'll see the green indicators coming in We've got a red dot by this one because that's the one I'm wearing and that's the one I have hit record on. Over here on the Neewer side, we've got both mics being displayed and there is an indicator for which one is currently being recorded on because both of these transmitters have internal storage on them. You don't have to plug either of these mics into any other device. However, you can if you want to, and it's really, really simple. Let me just take a quick moment to show you how simple it is to connect both of these into your mobile device if you choose to record directly into your phone camera or into an audio app within your phone. I'm an Apple guy, so I've got the Lightning connector here. You literally just pick up the receiver and you can plug the adapter directly into there, and now it's ready to slide right into your phone. Same thing is true with an Android if you have one. On the DJI side of things, your Lightning adapter is a little bit thinner, and there is a spot on the back with a directional arrow showing you how to slide this in. And now that's ready to slide directly into your phone as well and provide your phone as kind of a master recording hub, even if you are still recording through the internal audio on both of the transmitters. Just a little insider tip, I've been using these mics for a while. Always, always, always use the internal recorders. You just never know if there was some sort of a miss to the connection, if there was a glitch in how the audio was transmitted, but these are the fail-safe way to go. So there's a little introduction for how everything looks and feels inside the studio. You've been able to hear back and forth between these two transmitters and which one's the best. So what I'd like to do now is move all of this outside where there's a little bit of a breeze. We'll put the windscreens on and we'll also go for a little walk to check the range of both of the mics so you can see how far away you're able to go if for some reason you want to record yourself 500 feet away from the camera and come out looking about like that big. Let's go outside. Okay, we have left the studio and come outside on an absolutely gorgeous fall day here in Michigan, but it's fairly breezy. So we have put the windscreens onto both mics. Here's the DJI mic, and here is the Neewer CM28. And I'm kind of walking directly into the breeze right now. Now, I have not turned on the noise reduction in the Neewer model because I just want you to hear how it comes through in its normal setup. And I started about maybe 85 feet away from the camera because let's be realistic. How often are you going to be trying to record sound 300 feet away when you won't be able to see the subject? However, no matter how far away you go with either of these mics, as long as you're rolling the internal recorder, you're going to have audio. It doesn't matter if your subject is on the moon. Well, technically, I can't say that. I don't really know if these will work on the moon. But otherwise, they're pretty darn reliable in both cases. So just to give you a little example of switching back and forth between them as we've been doing throughout the entire video, I'll give you a 10 count on each mic. Here's the DJI, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll switch over here to the Neewer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That, my friends, is about the most comprehensive look we can give you of these microphones. Again, if you end up deciding, I'd kind of like to give that Neewer mic a try, check out the link in the comment section, please, and you'll do us a little favor and maybe even save yourself a couple of bucks. I think both of these are pretty good mics. The DJI kind of feel, the heaviness, the sturdiness of the kit, it's a little more solid. It's also up to 3 times more expensive, so you have to take all of those things into consideration. I will say this, if for the most part your use of these devices would be in a controlled setting, I think you'll be perfectly well served with the Neewer CM28. But if you're going to be out in the field, a little bit more robust, a little more action, the magnet attachment here on the DJI, a little more solid than it is on the Neewer. But if you're perfectly willing to clip these to your belt and run a lavalier mic up to either one, they both take a lavalier mic, then you're going to be well served either way you go. Battery life, really strong with both of them. Storage capacity and the various features to adjust your audio quality, it's pretty robust in both cases. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to our channel and enjoy your next round of video or audio production using one of these two options.